Good morning and welcome to Rovali's Daily Podcast. How's everyone doing today? We have a super special guest star today. I'm really excited to talk to and get to know a little bit better. But first, we have to do our toast. So here's to you. Toast with me. I don't know if you have something to drink. I should have asked you.
I have my protein shake.
That
I can
works.
do that.
That works. Let's do the toast. All right. That's kind of my trademark, Stephanie.
I watched a few of them and I noticed that. I'm like, I'm gonna keep some drinks by me just in case.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, this morning it's looking cold. It looks like we're supposed to have snowstorms, but there's just a dusting out there. It's a little gray. It's cold, and I want snow. I was telling our viewers yesterday, Stephanie, that I'm a snow guy. Don't hold it against me. Don't hate me because I like snow, but man, I want a white Christmas. That's for sure.
Oh, do you want to see outside my house right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Where do you live?
I live in Morgan, so just in the Weaver Canyon. Yeah.
Okay, so you always get more snow.
Yeah.
It dumped on you?
Oh, yeah. So my boyfriend's out there shoveling the snow right now while I'm doing this.
That's right. That's right. Get a good workout.
Exactly.
Well, you guys, I want to introduce you to Stephanie Toney. And as I do with all of my guests, I let them kind of introduce themselves other than their names because I think it's better for you to hear from her. And then we're going to go into the discussion and the project that we have going on. We're working on together, and I'm really stoked, super excited about it. So, Stephanie, introduce yourself to the people. They already know you live somewhere in Morgan, and that's cool, but we'll let you take it from here.
Sounds perfect. Yeah, well, like Alex said, I'm Stephanie Toney. I wasn't expecting a description. Yeah, I live in Morgan, so just through the Weaver Canyon. I love to do everything with music, so that's kind of what Alex and I are working on, is a little New Year's Eve show there. So I started street performing. That's kind of when I really started all of my music stuff and kind of got like my confidence to perform. Was just on 25th Street at the Ogden Farmers Market was like my first time back when I want to say 15. I'm 20 now. So it's been a few years that I've been doing it, but I love everything music, love photography, pretty much everything artsy. And then I'm also getting a degree in computers, which is kind of interesting, like artsy and then computers as well. So
well,
kind of both sides.
And I think that's really cool because you're like me as well. Stephanie and I were talking because we don't really know each other. We're kind of introducing ourselves to each other as we're introducing her to you. But we found we have a lot in common. One thing that you should know also, I'm very artsy. And so it really does go hand in hand. It's not like, an oxymoron or anything like that. So I found out she is majoring in computer science, and that's what I got my degree in. And you're gonna, I don't know. When I first heard her, you were on 25th Street and you had your little amp and you were out on the street doing the farmer's market thing. And I just thought you had a great voice. And then we decided that we wanted to do our New Year's Eve show because there's been so many things that have been canceled through this whole COVID crisis. And we figured it this way, you guys, and I'm talking to you too, Stephanie, but we figured it this way. We're able to stay open. We're able to keep people safe. We're able to serve food and do those kinds of things safely because of the COVID restrictions we're following to the T. And I thought to myself, well, why can't we go ahead and do our New Year's Eve show? I've already canceled all my other shows. There's really no reason if we do it the same way that we're serving dinner, we can safely do it. And so that we just started talking with our team and we said, okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. And we already know, and Stephanie knows as well, if we don't sell the tickets, if people don't feel comfortable, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but we think it will. I got a good feeling about it. And I'm very seldom wrong. Actually, I'm wrong a lot, but we're going to go with I'm very seldom wrong. Anyway, so I reached out to a friend of mine, Haley Van Patten, and asked her about some new talent that might be interested in performing at Rovali's. and she sent me Stephanie's contact information. I reached out to her and kind of tell the audience what you thought about when you got that email or that request.
Oh, I was so excited because so many of my gigs have had to be canceled because of COVID. So I think I've had a total of 2 that I've already done like the entire year. So when I got this call, I was like, yes, way to end the year on a good note with like doing something I love. So it was something that was really exciting because I absolutely miss performing all the time. It's one of my favorite things to do. So.
Well, and one thing that I do all the time, and you guys already know this, is I research everything to death. But when she sent me Stephanie's information, I went and looked up her. She's got some great YouTube videos, and I looked her up on Facebook and Farmers Market and all that kind of stuff. And really, it only took me about 30 seconds to hear your first song, and and that's the truth. And I just knew. I said, she's going to fit right in for this show because the message is supposed. We want to be hopeful, and we want to look to 2021 with as a brighter future, and because it will be. We're coming out of this this period of time, but at the same time, for me. And I'm always honest with my audience, okay? And one thing is, yes, we do want to make money on New Year's Eve. Yes, we do. However, the bigger message for me is I want to, give people hope. I want to give people something to look forward to. So that's even a bigger, drive for me and why we're doing this, and especially, kind of at a later time. We normally start earlier on the marketing and all that kind of stuff, but when we pulled the trigger to say, let's go ahead and do the New Year's Eve thing, it was really important. So with those comments, Stephanie, tell us, the type of music that you like and the type of music that you create and why you like that kind of music.
Yeah, so I love listening to like basically everything. My dad got me started on music when I was really young, so I've had all of the classics like Bon Jovi, the Eagles, everything like that, and then up to like the newer stuff like Ed Sheeran is one of my favorite people to listen to. So I kind of follow along the kind of more chill side of things, but I also love having like the upbeat sides, and I have like a whole mixture of the music that I do. I've written some music and it tends to be, I guess my style, because I'm still like trying to figure it out too with like my songwriting, has been like a little more like kind of quiet, but then like the songs I like to cover are more upbeat and kind of like crowd pleasers. So that's really what I enjoy to do. So.
Okay. And so when you're writing music, where now most young artists, and correct me if I'm wrong, but most young artists, and I've kind of encouraged young people in the music industry, because we used to have live music at Rovali's all the time, but I think it's important too, because a lot of people, and this is in any part of the world, young artists, when they start doing covers, at least then it's something recognizable for an audience. Oh, I know that song, and oh, that's really good. Oh, I like that style. I like the way that she or he is doing that. But then it kind of leads into where your creativeness doesn't stop with covers. Even if you're doing it in a different style, you got to start doing your own thing and writing your own music. And so tell us a little bit about that transition. What is your thought process there?
Oh yeah. What I used to do to like start my songwriting is that I would get my favorite song, look at the chords for that song, and then like follow along and then try to write my own words to it. And then the whole transition, I went to a guitar teacher. Like I never went to lessons, but then I was like, I need to improve and like add something onto my guitar because it was all self-taught there. So I went to him. He taught me like one style of picking, and it was the Travis pick. And then from there, I was able to kind of start my own and just more with my songwriting. And that's when it kind of became my own thing, because I found my own style there with that, and then kind of morphed it into some new songs instead of just oh, one strum, one chord, like all of that, like the whole beginner stuff. So that's where I really transitioned, was when I was able to talk to another artist. So it's really cool when you're able to talk to other people, learn their styles and create it into your own. And then also taking your favorite artist and kind of copy the feeling that you get from their songs into your own. So that's something I'm still working on. I haven't been able to write as many songs because it's been a little crazy recently. But that's definitely like what I take. And then I also take from my own experiences, things I've struggled with, and just like things I felt like have made me grow into the person I am. So just, it's been a whole journey where you learn new things, and that's how you can bring in new styles and create your own style.
Well, and I have to say that what little I know of you, I'm impressed with. You're working, you're going to school, you're performing, you're doing all these kinds of things, and then you've got your social life, and you've got all these things. Has this helped you, being this busy? Has it helped you through this whole COVID thing of what's kept your spirits up during this time?
Oh yeah. So that is a good question. Definitely staying busy has been the number one thing. Like I read this one book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Amazing book. So ever since then, my boyfriend and we've been waking up at 6 in the morning because we are able to optimize our time, since most of the time where you work from like 8 to 5, 8 to 8, or not 8 to 8, but that's like our shift times. So whenever we're doing something with our day, we always make sure to schedule everything out, and then we keep it jam-packed. So we're always doing something instead of just sitting there scrolling on social media or doing something like that. So we fill our days with exercise. Definitely exercise helps a lot with like raising our spirits. Then if I can ever play my music, if I'm stressed out, I go sit in my room and I just sing some songs, or just like sit there, plug my guitar, just think about what happened. I'm like, am I really upset about this? And then usually most of the time I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like I'm on my bed, I'm doing something I enjoy doing. Another thing that I really like to do if I'm like struggling with like just staying home all the time is just like getting outside, going out with my camera and just like taking pictures and just like exploring, because that's my family and I love to go on trips. We love to go hiking and like everything like that. So nature is also like a big part that I'm glad we're still able to do that even in like the pandemic.
Yeah, well, that's cool. So let me ask you this, because that's a great transition into my next question, and that is, and I want to talk about specifically the New Year's Eve show at Rovali's. Okay, so tell me, what is your expectation for you, okay, to present to our audience, to our dinner guests? What's your expectation there?
Oh goodness. I just want it to be like a really uplifting time. Like I want it to be something that's fun, something where the music can take you out of the mindset that we're in a pandemic, that we aren't able to see maybe our loved ones all the time, or like we're being separated from our friends because certain things are happening in the world. For me, music has always been a distraction from that, and just kind of like not really a distraction, but a way to take myself out of something maybe that's stressful. Sometimes I do use it to procrastinate, which is probably not the best thing, especially with school. But no, I really want it to be an area where it's just like you get away for a little bit, you relax, you get to go out, you get to do something that's more normal, like how we would go out sometimes to go out and eat, which has definitely like diminished, at least for my family. So I definitely do want it to be something that's uplifting, something that's fun, where people can relax and just enjoy an evening without thinking about everything that's going on.
See, and I think that's really cool, because that's, and the reason why I asked Stephanie this is because I wanted her perspective. I didn't, say, hey, I'm going to ask you these questions. So because I like to just get the off the cuff answer. I try not to put anybody on the spot, but at the same time, I like that honest reaction. I think is really important. And that's exactly the reason why we're doing the New Year's Eve show. So from her perspective as the artist, as the talent, as the person person that's going to transport you through, along with the environment of Rovali's, the food and the camaraderie, the friends that are at your table or the family. That's what the end goal is of what we're trying to do. And so having that from her perspective, that she already knows that what she wants to do, coupled with our vision, it's just like a perfect meld, just like I knew it would be when I first heard the first 30 seconds of her singing. So, and I do want to encourage you guys, the tickets are on sale right now. We have lowered the price from last year. Last year we charged $15 per person. But you have to still buy a entree and a drink. It can be a soft drink or it can be a cocktail. Some people, don't drink, and that's fine. But we have a lot of non-alcoholic drinks that are perfect. And but we dropped it to $10 because of the pandemic and everything else, and things are a little tight. We understand that. But we also want to put on a really good show. We don't want to just throw something together, because we don't do that at Rovali's. We plan everything, and we put on something really cool. So it's going to be all decorated. It's going to be beautiful. We have 2 dinner shows, and Stephanie will be performing at both. We have a 5:30 show, the early show, and we have a 8 p.m. show. So she'll be playing. It's going to be a lot of fun. And believe it or not, even at both shows, I don't know if you know this, Stephanie, or not, but we are still going to celebrate the countdown. Okay. I just figure it's midnight somewhere. Okay. And so we're gonna do the countdown so that we celebrate it in style. Anyway, so I would like to ask you just if you have any final words to people that are going to be watching this video, or about New Year's Eve, or about yourself. Just kind of wrap it up for us. And before she does that, I want to remind you to stay on with me after she leaves, because I want to show you my features for the evening tonight and for lunch today. So stick around with me. But Stephanie, take it away and kind of give us your parting shots.
Sounds good. Well, yeah, I am so excited about the New Year's Eve show. It's going to be so fun. I'm excited to meet everybody, obviously socially distanced and with the masks and everything. But yeah, I'm so excited for it, and everyone should, if you can, definitely come out. It's going to be a nice evening where you can just relax, spend time with family, just get a group together. So yeah, I hope you guys come out, and that you guys have a great day.
All right, you guys. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for getting up and working with me on a Saturday morning. We're super excited. I'm looking forward to working with you, and I hope it's everything that everybody anticipates and is looking forward to. I think it's going to be a great show.
It's going to be fun.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a great day.
See you later.
Bye.
All right, you guys. Wow, she is a neat person. I like her. She seems very upbeat and happy, and but you need to hear her voice. Okay, I'll be posting a couple of her YouTube videos next week, so you get a sample of her guitar playing skills and her vocals. She's just really, really awesome. I'm super excited about that. Now, let me show you my features today. I'm going to set this up because I didn't get it set up earlier because I was talking with Stephanie. So how about that? Hold on a second, and I will have some pictures for you, because we have some great food and great desserts for you guys. There we go. Now I'm ready. Let's share the screen. Bada boom, bada bing. We're sharing the screen. There you go. All right, you guys. And first and foremost, before I get into the pictures, I want to thank everybody for coming out last night. Wow, it was busy. It was busy last night. What a great night. We had a lot of fun people. And again, great stories were shared all around. That's one of my greatest joys, is just to walk around and talk to people. It's just fantastic. So thank you guys for coming out. And for those of you today, if you want to come out for lunch or dinner, okay, we have got some great stuff for you. This is my featured dish right here. And it is chicken in a mushroom sauce with a light gravy over a fettuccine. And I think we almost sold out of this last night because everybody just seemed to be ordering it. It's a really, really good dish. Highly recommend that one. And we have our butter pecan pie caken. That one is always a huge hit, and it was a really huge hit last night. As you can tell, we bake a whole pecan pie inside of a cake, and it is just delicious, absolutely delicious. And we have our amaretto tiramisu. That one's really super good, very light, and it's a great after dinner dessert, especially if you're a coffee drinker. Get a cup of Rovali's coffee and have some amaretto tiramisu. You will not be sorry. Oh, and then this one, oh my gosh. We sold so much of this cake last night. This is the chocolate stout cake, and the cake itself is a dark chocolate. It's very, very moist. But this one with the flavors with the chocolate on top and the caramel and Andrea's beautiful frosting is just a really, really tasty dessert. We had people, there were people so stuffed last night. But it was cool because they took their dessert to go. I was like, I can't eat another bite. But yeah, let's go ahead and order 3 to go, would you? And our cookie dough cake, and that one's always, always popular, and it's really good. If you haven't had it, or if you haven't had it in a while, come back, try the cookie dough, okay? And the eggnog cheesecake. I can't believe, in fact, I mentioned this to one of our friends last night. I said, I didn't realize how many people like eggnog, and there's a lot of people, because everybody was like, ooh, that's my favorite. They're raising their hand. Yeah, let's go ahead and order that right now. And my cocktails tonight is the grapefruit mojito and our eggnog white Russian. That's really good. And the hot buttered rum cocktail. That one went really well last night as well. And we're using a Brazilian rum in this, so you got to try it. It's really good. Brazil is doing it right. And then also one picture that I don't have is our Jack Frost, and that one is like the #1 holiday cocktail right now, and it's a really good cocktail, so you need to try that one. I'll have a picture of that one next week, okay? And the gift cards, it's time for those stocking stuffers. It's time to I know a lot of you guys from talking to you last night, wrapping up your Christmas shopping and everything, but you always got to get the stocking stuffers. Don't forget, if you buy a gift for Rovali's gift card, and you have $25 or more, you get a free slice of dessert that we have on hand, or we'll give you a dessert card if your favorite dessert is not there, and you can come back when it is there and use that dessert card to get your free slice of dessert. All right. And there's Stephanie right there. That's the ticket for the New Year's Eve show. And it's going to be a spectacular show, December 31st. First show again is at 5:30 p.m. And the second show is at 8 p.m. And we have 40 seats. We normally have more, but we had to remove some tables for the social distancing. So we have 40 seats available per show. And once those seats are gone, they're gone. The other thing too is we're not mixing and matching people like we have in the past. So if there's a table of 6 that's available and you have 4 people, we would ask that you invite 2 more people that that is part of your family or part of your office group or whatever, that that you're safe and you can sit together, so that we sell the whole table. But we will not be mixing and matching people that don't know each other at this event. So, and we've already got, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 of the 2-man tables sold already. So get your tickets now, and they're on sale. Now, the other thing too, we normally sell them online, but we're not selling them online this year because of the way that we have to, do the seating. So we would ask you to call in and you can call in for gift cards, you can call in for reservations, you can call in for New Year's Eve tickets at 801-394-1070. And if you want curbside or takeout food, then you can go online to rovalis.com, ROVALIS.com, or you can call us at 801-394-1070 and give us a call today. Stop in for lunch or dinner or get your curbside on. Okay, you guys? All right, let's look forward to a beautiful Christmas holiday, and then we're going to really look forward to New Year's Eve. All right. Okay, you guys have a wonderful day, and let's see if I can finish this. There we go. And we shall see you on the flip side. Ciao for now. I'm shaking because I can't find the button. Bye-bye.